This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
I'm going to do the monthly market update for August 2026. I want to remind you guys that this is about single-family homes, because that's predominantly where I work. And a lot of the data we're telling you in August is really July data, but we like to carry it through, and we call this August monthly market update. And I apologize again for bringing it a little late this month. It's my fault. I took a week off. I totally messed everything up.
Selfish.
But just bear with me on this. Anyway, so here we go, monthly market update. So here we go, August. Currently available, we have 7,708 single-family homes, 2,199 under contract. We've sold 1931 in the last 30 days. That gives us about 4 months worth of inventory. That's our absorption rate. And our average days on market is 40. And our median sale price, I had it at 479. Everyone's talking about 480 right now, but I had it at 479 when I pulled this data.
And it was 490 not so long ago.
Not long ago. The highest price sold in the last 30 days, $25 million.
Woo.
You guys would have liked to move that one, huh, Marcus?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that might have taken a couple days. I'm not sure. And then the lowest price was 160. Now, 160 is a heck of a price for a single family home. There's something wrong with that house, guys. I'm sorry. It's just not, that's not the one doesn't have a pool. It
Right.
might not even have a bedroom. I don't know what's going on with 100. Yeah, I'm not sure with the 160. Okay, so last month we had roughly the same amount on the market. We have a little bit more. We had a few more under contract, 2376. We had sold a little over 2,000 last month. Our absorption rate was 3.7 months worth of inventory, and our average days on market was 41. Last month, as John pointed out, was 489,950, almost 490,000 was the median price. Last year at this time, the median price was 485. And I want to keep that number in your head, guys. 485 last year, 480 this year.
Seems like a good clue.
Yeah, there's something coming up here for what I'm going to talk. Last year, about the same number available, 7,500.
Yep.
2,100 pending. 1863, just a few less in terms of closings. The same amount of absorption rate, 4 months worth of inventory, and 42 days on the market. And I want to talk about that 485 because as I look at median sale price, there was an article in the paper, and I didn't pull it because there was no author tied to it. But basically, what they said was, the median price of a single family home in our market has more than doubled in 10 years. Mm-hmm. And oh my goodness, it's more than doubled in 10 years. But I had to point out that I looked at the chart, and it's actually gone down this year over last year. Last year was 490. This year it's 480. That's where we are. So we've actually seen it come down a little bit in the last 12 months. For only the second time in those 10 years, the median price has come down a little bit.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on.
The little wobble is very typical for, we've been in this neighborhood
for a long years. Yeah, I'd say a couple years now.
Yeah,
right. This is post-pandemic pricing, and hasn't moved much. Yeah, really.
Available inventory seems to be fairly flattish. Number of transactions fairly flattish.
Yeah.
All this kind of stuff is very much the same as yesterday.
It's like 2,000 homes a month. Seems like that's the number. We just bounce around that number every single month.
Okay.
And that's just single family homes. This doesn't include condos or high rises.
Sure.
But it's just an interesting number. It hasn't changed much. Moving on. This is our stack chart. This shows you some of the data in terms of the amount of volume we're doing. And right now we're on course for where we were the last 3 years. We're not. Maybe we're a little behind the last 3 years, which were 3 of the lowest volume years we've had in the last decade and a half. But basically what this says is that this year is very much like last year in terms of the amount of volume we're seeing. That 2,000 a month number just seems to be the number that we're closing.
That's interesting. This chart, 2022 is when you saw interest rates spike.
Yeah.
And so we jumped from the 3s into the 7s, let's say. Inventory or number of transactions falls off kind of what feels like a cliff to all of us in the business, but it drops significantly, and now it's kind of moving sideways, wobbling in these years.
Yeah, you can see in 22, if we're looking at this chart, those of you who are driving, please don't look at the chart. Anyway, in 22, you can see the numbers changes right here at 2082 from 3375.
Yeah, it was
towards
the
1,300. Right in the middle of the year, all of a sudden, boom, the numbers dropped. That's when things got quiet, and then that's what we've seen happen since then. Okay, moving on here. This is our median price. This is what John was just talking about. Going back to July of 24, going back 2 years, it's 480. in July of 24. Guess what it is now? It's 480.
Yeah.
It has not moved. This
Right.
number is not going anywhere. It's bouncing a little bit, but it's not going anywhere. It's not going any one direction, higher or lower.
Don't confuse it with appreciation rates, whether that's up or down.
Yeah.
It's mix of homes being sold in any given month.
Exactly right. And we always like to point out that your neighborhood is unique.
Sure.
This is the overall market. And some neighborhoods are going up, some are coming down. So each neighborhood's just a little bit different.
Sure. And when we talk about last month being, say, 490-ish, I would guess that more higher-end homes sold in that particular time than we saw in this latest number.
Indeed.
It's not about, did homes go up or down in price necessarily?
Yeah, the market mix is such that now when we see so many more expensive homes selling, it skews the numbers. Even though it shouldn't, it does. It skews the numbers for sure. This is, speaking of luxury sales, they are up. Look at that. Even though our regular sales are down, we're on a record year for million-plus homes. It's going to break the record again. We're almost...
looking at this is like we're a full month ahead of where we were last year for the number of expensive homes being sold.
Indeed. And then when you look at 3 million plus, same thing. Just
super luxury.
Bigger numbers, much bigger numbers.
Yeah.
Similar to the last 2 years, which were the best years we've had in that type. And I think what's happening is again, you're seeing a lot of people complain about it.
More product, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more $3 million houses than there used to be.
There's more inventory there, yes. Yeah. And there's more cash buyers coming out of California or Seattle they're coming here and they got money to spend because they're selling an expensive house there. They're buying an expensive house here. This is showing supply and demand, and our supply has started to creep up even higher, and that should diminish. You should see price react to that, but it's not. Price is not, even though the supply has increased. You would think price would come down a little bit more, but it just hasn't. It's just bouncing around that number.
And my argument would be it hasn't increased enough to overwhelm anything.
Yeah.
The idea is like that's rising to having roughly 4 months of inventory available to be purchased. That's not enough to push price down.
Yep.
It has created room for buyers to have some negotiation room. It's shifted from a super seller's market to more balanced, maybe slight buyer advantage, but it's like 51%, 49% kind of advantage.
Right. Yeah. So I agree. This is my chart. This is my line graph that I like to do every month. And you've got 3 lines here. You've got number of homes sold, which again flutters around that 2,000 number. It just keeps fluttering around that number. The available homes is creeping up a little bit. It's 7,700. Not quite the high we had last year in October, November, but getting closer to that. And then the median sale price, it's that flat line. It's not really going anywhere.
But
we're
truthfully,
not seeing change.
This rise in inventory is following the patterns of normal seasonality.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
And so it is typical. It rises at this point, and it'll shrink into the end of the year.
Yeah, you look at August of last year, we had 7,500. This year we have 7,700. So it's not a dramatically different number. That's absolutely true. So there it is. That's your monthly market update for August 2026. I'm going to say it's boring. I wish it was more. I wish I had some exciting news to develop out of it, but I don't. It's the same thing we've been saying for a long time. There's not a whole lot of changes in our market in terms of the real estate market. Now, rentals, and I can talk a little bit about this, and the rentals, that's a different story. Rentals are softening.
This is my perception, yeah.
We are seeing the cost of rentals coming down a little bit, which is very unusual. Rents never go down, but they are coming down. And they're coming down as a part of the hangover from the COVID post-COVID stuff when rents just went up like crazy.
They were just going 14% in a year.
So now, but supply and demand have dictated. We've increased the supply of rental units here, and in an open capitalistic market, what happens is if people can't afford it, they're not buying it, and if you don't have anybody buying it, you can't sell it. So so rents have to come down a little bit in order to make it affordable, and that's the other thing. To make it affordable, it has to be affordable.
I hear a lot of these numbers and kind of follow this too, and it's interesting to say the people that renew up slightly.
Yeah.
The people that start a brand new lease can get a break.
That's true, because landlords will take advantage.
It depends on what type of renter you are.
Yeah.
Staying where you are, well, I can squeeze you a little harder.
Yep.
Versus trying to fill a vacant space.
Now, you just said something to get Marcus as he was perked up. Hey, yeah, guys, if you move, you'll save some money. Right?